Seriously, real talk. I'm telling the truth. God damn it, I'm not playing. I put that on my mama. It's the truth. Truth. A word that the most superfluous of subhuman creatures believes even exists. Not only do these unevolved secretions from a pus-laden anal wart found on an extinct cave-dwelling primate, once called the LAPD, not only believe that an objective true anything is possible, but that a truth is probable. With their dick out and in their hands, retraction. With their gun out and in their hands, petrified, shaking, they shoot and barely miss a female's head as she was breastfeeding a biracial homosexual 4-year-old in a parked car. The protect and serve, in its paranoid schizophrenic of natures, vilified its own damn self, announcing the cold-blooded yet meticulous murder of their own extended family member. They profess they shot their motherfucking self. Asked why, what, who, when, and where, the swine-flavored GMO, sometimes referred to as the LAPD, uncovered 2 dead bodies and poked them with a stick. It's true. Your eyes don't lie. Stands up in the crowd. Mr. Otto Gross, anarchist, psychologist, risen from his grave, and he states, the human mind has evolved heuristics and biases to speed up the interpretation and to make sense of a complex situation. So much of our present sight comes from our fleeting, short, and long-term memory. I swear to God, if I am lying, then I am dying. The truth is in the pudding. Lies always change, but the truth stays the same. Truth. Used to send 2,000 volts of electricity into a human body to stop the heart within 15 seconds when the state deems appropriate. The truth. Used to convince the so-called most civilized societies to war with one another, resulting in 60 million deaths, 2.5% of the world's population, and that was World War II. The truth. Used to justify your sister sleeping with 3 men a day for resources she gives to her boyfriend as he supplies her with enough heroin to relinquish the pain that the 3 men inflicted upon the 15-year-old's unprotected vagina. Eve texted, sex, it's another true lie for me. Illegitimate sounds that contaminate the universe, spewing from a carbon-based complex organism that came into existence by the chaotic mutations best suited to the vile clusterfuck of cells, allowing for it to consume other organisms, ejaculating shit and sperm, all in the process to make another one of itself. Malevolent cognitions of egotistical external controls used to brand images of stick-like lines in curved forms manifesting letters, with societal dictators enforcing the combining of said alphabets into words. Words some cocksucker smacked you on the back of your hand if you didn't pronounce, spell, or say the right words. Branding the fear of pain with the importance of his words at such an early age as 2. Enforcing his truth. Violate his laws, his legitimacy, skull fucks your human rights. Legitimacy, the power a governed peoples voluntarily places in the hands of a government that shoots its own goddamn self. The LAPD versus the LAPD. Christopher Dorner shooting cops. Christopher Dorner was a cop. I think he knew something that we don't know. Dorner's guerrilla assassination spree. Deposit 50 cents for 2 extra minutes, please. This shit ain't free. Enforcing their truth, power, control, governments, parents. How do I spell truth? Death will buy you a T. Rape will buy you an R. A stabbing will buy you a U. Fellatio, used with your teeth, will buy you another fucking T. A dick slapping you across one's face will buy you an H. Truth. I need the truth like I need a bowl of bloody sperm to eat my cereal with. The fear that is growing, it's not just the LAPD. LAPD is scared. They're shooting civilians because they themselves are afraid that the same kind of monopolizing of violence that they have held for so long is coming home to roost. Yeah, they're afraid. But the real fear is not with just the LAPD, but the uber capitalist. These capitalists that articulate to the masses that they have the truth, and their truth is that they're anti-government and they're pro-individual rights. Yet these unnatural capitalists, these hypocritical free marketers, are dependent so much on the federal, state, and local governments to allow themselves the opportunity to be able to control and manipulate the masses on an unnatural level, the level that they are at, to where they have grown into entities that are just making themselves too big to fail, so-called. And so big that they can create what the whole society sees as truth, a danger for us all. The number one tool, the number one weapon of mass destruction that the multinational corporations who espouse that they are so-called pro-individual rights is the manipulation of the truth. And the age-old tool to manipulate whole civilizations is being the convincing the masses that there is even a such thing as a truth. The multinational companies, they're afraid. The multinational companies' bankers, petrified. Not only is there an apparatus already set up to challenge their power, both physically, because the 1% has less individuals on their side than the 99%. This apparatus was set up before Christopher Dorner started shooting other fucking cops in the face. But everything is about to fall into place. Physically, the 1% is smaller and should be afraid. Technologically, because of hackers and highly intellectual individuals, these individuals that are already set up to combat the existence of the multinational corporations, oh, they're fucked, and they know it. Since the rich believe wholeheartedly in social Darwinism and might is right, these no-hierarchical and non-centralized organizations are primed to challenge these multinational corporations on all fronts. Eat the rich will no longer just be a slogan, but a goddamn reality. The buffer that keeps the peasants from the feudal lords was the police. And soon, the police, or collapsing upon itself, eating its own goddamn self, killing its own goddamn self, as our hero Mr. Dorner is helping and being that vanguard of shoot a cop in the face day. No longer can they be called domestic terrorists, because there may be a number of copycat killers like Mr. Dorner who have a legitimate target. Oh no longer are they called domestic terrorists, because they have legitimate militaristic targets. Targets that have guns that can shoot back, that are not considered civilians. What does that make this? A civil war? Or dare I say already, a revolution?